My name is Sydney Moore and I am 23 years old and I'm here at Marvel Cosmetic Surgery to have some work done on my nose. For years I have been dealing with a lot of sinus issues. It's just been a struggle for a while now. On top of that, I've always wanted to have my nose cosmetically changed because I broke it as a kid. As I got older, it just didn't heal properly and now I have this hump on my nose. And so it's just been awesome to find someone who can do both of those things for me. When I first met with Dr. Marvel, he was so kind and answered all of my questions. We went through my whole history as far as how long I've been having these issues and looked at my nose and was able to determine that I had a deviated septum. He explained what he could do cosmetically to my nose. From a cosmetic standpoint, I just want my nose to still look like me and very natural. He was really understanding of that and said that that's his goal as well for his patients. So it was a really great first meeting and made me feel like he understood what I wanted.
So on Sydney's initial consultation, we identified some of the problems like the deviated septum, the sinus problems. She had sort of a narrow nose with a little bit of a hump. And you certainly see that on her photographs. She was always concerned if she got a picture taken from the side that she wouldn't be happy with it. So after listening to her concerns, we were able to come up with a good plan for her in terms of correcting that.
I'm just excited to look in the mirror and not have my eyes immediately go to my nose and imagine what it would be if it didn't have that hump on it. I'm just excited for it to look the way it did when I was a little kid before it started growing this way. I feel pretty confident going into this. I feel totally at ease with everyone that I've met, the staff, Dr. Marvel, and he's assured me that he will make the best decisions when it's time for the surgery. I've given him complete permission to do whatever he thinks he needs to do when I'm under, and I trust his decisions.
At the time of the surgery, really, we'd already determined before, during our consultation, what she really wanted in terms of the appearance of her nose. And so we'd already kind of had that in our plan. That was what we were going to do. And on the inside part, we pretty much found what we expected, the deviated septum and then the sinus problems. And those were addressed at the same time, and everything went just as planned. The rhinoplasty surgery takes about usually an hour or less. It can be variable depending on how much work needs to be done. There's a lot to think about when you do a rhinoplasty. One is to be cautious not to take too much away. We also have to be careful when we operate on the nose that we don't cause the tip to drop or some other unwanted side effect from the surgery. So we have to take precautions on that. Everything went as planned.
I'm 2 months post-op and I'm feeling wonderful. Dr. Marvel's super pleased with the results. I wasn't sure what to really expect as far as recovery and how swollen I would be and what it would look like at this point, but I am so happy with how much the swelling has gone down. It's been really awesome. I didn't know if I would be comfortable going out in public and people seeing my nose right after, but I was out in public like a week or two after surgery and I felt great, and it's just been looking better and better ever since then. First and most importantly, it's changed my life because I can breathe better. I always had breathing problems, and so even though it's still a little bit swollen inside, I can already tell such a huge difference in my breathing, and just my airways are more opened up. And then on the outside, I always had a bump on my nose, and it's just been amazing that it's smooth and straight now, and I just love looking in the mirror at my new nose.
She had an ordinary recovery. With rhinoplasty, you have swelling for quite a while. And patients are anxious to see their final result, just a couple of weeks. Sometimes it's a couple of months. She made a nice progression in terms of her swelling. Her tip size kept diminishing. It was somewhat swollen from the surgery. I think after about 2 months, she looked very good.
The recovery was fine. I didn't have any pain. I didn't have to take any pain medication. I just took a little bit of Tylenol. I was swollen, but I didn't bruise at all. After the bandages came off, I was able to go out in public, and it's just gotten better and better since then. One of the only other surgeries that I've had was having my wisdom teeth out, and I wasn't sure how that would compare to this, but the wisdom teeth recovery for me was actually worse, and I had to take more Tylenol than in this case.
I'm very happy with Cindy's results. I was able to listen to what she was expressing to me about her nose and do exactly what she wanted me to do. And I think we got the results, and the pictures speak for themselves.
I've always been a very confident person, but I was definitely self-conscious about my nose, and I was always hyper aware of it and just thinking about how I was standing and what angles I was holding my head at in photos to kind of hide the side profile. So it's pretty amazing now to not have to think about that at all, and I just love my nose at every angle, which is a great feeling. I'm so happy with my results, and I 100% recommend Dr. Marvel to everyone I know.